Yao Ming? He's just a big guy. Defense isn't his thing. That was Dwight Howard casually dropping this comment on a podcast.
Who was you playing against that could play defense like that besides Hakeem?
Ewan, Duncan, Robinson, Alonzo?
No!
Yao Ming?
Yao did not play defense.
The moment it came out, the room got tense. Shaquille O'Neal looked like he wanted to defend Yao. After all, Yao was one of the few centers Shaq truly respected, a man he had faced head-to-head in the paint. But the question remains, was what Howard said really accurate? Let's dive into the numbers. Rewind to 2004. It was Howard's rookie season, and he stepped onto the NBA court for the first time. His opponent? Yao Ming, already in his third year. The result? The highly touted rookie got a real lesson from Yao. In their two matchups that year, Howard scored just 8 and 4 points, while Yao put up a smooth 20 and 22. In subsequent games, it got even more one-sided. Howard often found himself on the wrong end of the matchup. Looking at their overall head-to-head record, they met 9 times, Yao won 7. The scoring gap was stark. Yao averaged 23.6 points, 10.4 rebounds, and 2.1 blocks per game, while Howard managed only 12.2 points, 9.8 rebounds, and 1.7 blocks. Offensively and impact-wise, the difference was clear. But if we isolate Yao's defense, it's a double-edged sword. The good? In the paint, he was nearly an impenetrable wall. Yao's defensive value was rooted in presence alone is a deterrent. Stats back this up. When Yao patrolled the rim, opponents' shot attempts within 5 feet of the basket dropped from 33.1% to 28.9%, and their field goal percentage fell from 61.3% to 53.7%. That's a direct measure of his ability to control the paint. Even Tim Duncan, the big fundamental, once said, "He's like a wall. You can't fully use your offensive skills against him." That statement alone speaks volumes about Yao's defensive credibility. Advanced stats tell the same story. In a healthy 2004-05 season, Yao's defensive rating ranked 10th in the league, making him one of the top defenders in the NBA. Even later, with injuries creeping in, he remained roughly top 15 in defensive efficiency. More importantly, Yao anchored the Rockets' entire defense. With him on the court, Houston allowed just 99.5 points per 100 possessions. Without him, that number jumped to 104.5 points. That delta clearly defines his defensive value. But Yao did have a fatal flaw: mobility and defending pick and rolls. A classic example came against the Utah Jazz. Carlos Boozer and Mehmet Okur repeatedly used pick and rolls to pull Yao out of the paint, forcing him to chase high up the floor. Not only did this drain his energy, it also limited his offensive impact. Yao even admitted at the time, "I'm barely keeping up with everything out there." Later, to survive the physical battles of the Shaq era, Yao bulked up considerably. That added weight came at a cost: slower movement and higher physical strain. As the NBA shifted toward a faster, more spaced-out game, this change made it increasingly hard for Yao to fully adapt. His body and the evolving style of play were out of sync. In a way, his defensive ceiling was partially dictated by his own physical makeup. So yes, Yao's defensive range had limits, and he lacked the flashy honors some defenders get. But when it comes to rim protection and low-post one-on-one defense, he ranks among the top 3 in NBA history.